Yeah, I think in terms of management of the transition, I think that's also another area where we have to give ourselves a pat in the back. Yeah, because we know, for example, when Moi was leaving, that was not really handled very well. And of course, Kenya goes ahead and does the legislation. We had the new constitution 2010 anyway, that prescribed actually how the president assumes the office, including the oath, and then the assumption to the office of the president, Act 21 of 2012, then spells out all these different procedures that must be followed. And then even that committee that is there is actually in the act, and the people who sit in there. Yes. Because remember that this guy has been a politician and so on, and promising all sorts of things. But when the guy becomes president, he assumes two roles that people do not sometimes distinguish. He becomes the head of state of the Republic of Kenya, and he becomes a commander-in-chief of our armed forces, yes. And he also becomes head of government. Yes, so in our Kenyan situation, we have those two. So you'll see, for example, the military that actually protect the state being part of this transition bit. And then, of course, in between, from a government perspective, you see the police, you see intelligence, you see key ministries that we need for core functions of government, like treasury, being part of this. And then also from the state side, you see the judiciary, yes. Represented by the chief registrar. You see, because the state of Kenya is not just the government of whoever it is that will actually be coming in. So I wanted to make that point. The other point that I really want to make, yes, I mean, it may not necessarily be in public, but we've seen the way the two lead contenders, Raila Odinga and President Ruto, the way they've conducted themselves during this particular period is with amazing decorum. And on the other hand, we also know, whether we are told or not, we also know that we really do have a lovely and a very responsible president, whom I promise Kenyans we are going to miss, regardless of his successes and failures in office. This is one of the most wonderful humans that Kenyans have had in a long time. And I think, of course, our president has a very good relationship, really, politics aside, with both lead contenders, and he has worked with both of them at different points in time and so on. And we know this you can take to the bank. There's some speculation that is not necessarily mathematical, but we know that the president is in charge of this transition, and will ensure that the rule of law is actually followed, yes, and yes, power is handed over in an orderly fashion, and security is maintained during this time, and IBC we're already seeing get all the support that it needs, and beyond that now the transition team will get the support it needs. There is